See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, yes, Jackie Bros.
I'm Dunlap, everybody.
Welcome
to the Red State Update podcast.
I am.
Again.
Yeah.
Boy, Jackie, it seems like it's been a while since we've been down here doing one of these.
Well,
I mean, we've had a brand new podcast up every day, every week.
well, yeah.
Not every day,
No, you don't know. Hell, I ain't doing this every damn day, no.
but it seems about like, 3 weeks or so.
I don't know him.
If I had to put a number on it.
I didn't think about it one way or the other. I just do this every Sunday or whatever day it is.
It makes you weak, don't it?
I don't know if it makes my week. It's.
Does it give you a thrill to know people out there listening to your thoughts on current events?
And don't give me no thrill. People listening to you run your mouth, say the words you do. I know you think it's funny or cute, but it ain't.
What words are you talking about?
Oh, hell, I ain't gonna say no. I wouldn't even think about saying it. Half of the stuff come out of your damn mouth.
You saying I curse too much,
Well,
Jackie?
You don't need to. You can say the same thing you trying to say without the same language. You don't. There's no call for some of that.
But it wouldn't be as funny. It wouldn't be. I could say, "Hey, how you doing? Good day to you, sir."
All right, that's fine. Leave it.
And that's nice.
Leave
yeah.
it there.
But if I was like, "Good fucking day to you,
All
you
right,
motherfucker,"
I wish I hadn't said anything, and now you're gonna do it on purpose.
that's funny if you say that, right?
It ain't funny. It's just being.
All
just
these
showing
people laughing listening to this right now because I said F word.
All right, I don't want to hear it.
Even just saying F word's kind of funny.
I don't even like doing that. I don't.
You don't want to
any
say it.
kind of
How
words.
do you say F this, F that?
I don't say it. There ain't no reason to say it.
But-
it's disrespectful to say it. If you want to be like that and get with your buddies that talk like that, go talk about that by themselves. And I hope there ain't no young ladies around.
Oh, they love it. They get them wet.
It ain't gonna get them. What? Hey, watch your mouth.
Jackie, listen, I'm a passionate man. You can ask half the women in Murfreesboro how passionate I am.
It ain't the word I would choose, but
Am passionate. I'm as passionate. And when I get going, sometimes to let you know how passionate I am, I say F this or F
all
you.
right, enough. I
Or
don't.
F you up in your a-hole.
Hey, I'm not going to sit here and I'll get up, walk out of here if that's all you're going to do. All I was saying that people don't, if they think that's funny, they need to look in the mirror and laugh. Or they need to think about themselves, what they think is funny and this and that. I don't find it funny.
Well, one thing you can't do, is hard to do, Jackie, is tell other people what's funny and what ain't.
Well, I just laugh at what you want to, but if all you laugh at is filth, I'd say you probably got a problem.
That's fair.
If the only thing you think's funny is curse words and profanity,
Oh, just thinking
Well,
about it. Shit.
all right, enough.
Shit's probably the funniest word.
That's the least of all of them. I'll tolerate that at the end of a funny joke. If you say that, that's all. I try not to say it, and I know I've slipped up in the past. That's as bad as it gets. Jackie Bros, that right there. Still
Shit is. Shit's as bad as it gets.
as bad as it gets. Worst I ever see it.
Shit is. Like, so if somebody's telling you a joke, like, take my wife, please. Shit. Like, that'd make you laugh, right? Make me
Well, no,
laugh.
not that. It ain't funny. Just
Now, that was funny.
I
shit.
didn't
Shit
laugh at
ass,
that.
shit head.
All
Come on,
right,
that's funny.
I know. Now, see, you say it over and over again like that, then it ain't funny no more. If you save it, and you say it in a certain, and some joke,
I know, I got
can
it.
say
I
it
got
at-
you. Like if you walk into a place, you go, "It smells like shit in here." That's funny. I don't care if you're in the White House
Well,
or the jailhouse.
it ain't funny per se. Sometimes that's the only word you can use to describe what something really smells like. It ain't always funny. Sometimes that's just what it is. And if you in a room that smells like it ain't that funny. Ain't nothing funny about it.
But you can lighten the mood. Just say you're in a real stinky room and nobody's saying anything about it, but everybody's just like, God, I got to get some fresh air.
Well, when somebody speaks up and says, yeah.
Well, when I walk in that room, everybody's going to be glad to see me because first words out of my mouth going to be, it smells like shit in here.
All right.
Fucking shit
Hey,
in here.
enough.
And then everybody will laugh, and it'll smell a little better because we all got a big belly laugh. And scientists say that if you laugh really hard 8-9 times a day, your sense of smell is thrown off so that you don't recognize bad smells as much as you do just normal smells.
I ain't never heard no. It sounds like a scientist nowadays would say that.
They spend a lot of money on things like that.
Man, it also causes ozone layer, this, whatever else.
It's cold, though, Jackie. It's been cold. You don't think global warming has anything to do with it?
I don't believe none of that stuff. I don't think they know what the hell they're talking about. Half the time.
It's probably just a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
like that, like you'd wait, like you'd start talking about global warming, and then you'd pull it out at the end, and that'd be the big laugh line.
it ain't funny all the time. It's just
That's why I said we talked about global warming
And
for
just
what
'cause
felt
I
like
said
5 minutes.
Just because I said that's the least of them don't mean I want to hear it over and over again. That gets old. Where's Matt? I don't want to hear it.
It would get old if all I said was shit.
Well,
there's that dude who says shit all the time. Shit ass, shit on this, shit on you. That's why I like a little variety. I can say shit a lot. And I agree with you, Jackie. I wouldn't say it's the least of them. I would say it's the funniest word. Shit is the funniest word. But piss is good. I like to throw in a piss. Piss on you.
all right, I don't like to hear it all. That's not that bad either. I don't want to have to hear. I don't really want to. You can talk without saying any of those. You can say hockey, doo-doo, whatever, instead of saying that all the time. Like you full of, and I know kids don't listen to this. You say you full of shit. Say you full of hockey. It's the same thing.
Bull hockey.
Yeah. And that's,
You could say that to the Queen of England. She wouldn't get mad. She'd go, well, I agree. That sounds preposterous.
Well, yeah.
What we were discussing.
Well, there's rules and all that, what you can say to them people anyway.
Not for me.
Well, not for me either. I'm American. I'm
a free man under the
That's
U.S.
right.
Constitution. If I want to tell the Queen of England she's a shit ass, I will.
Well, yeah. You entitled to do that. I ain't
Shit
saying.
on you, Queen.
But
Shit
you
on
know,
you.
when they got those movies and movie stars go meet her, they always talk about they hear the rules. You got to bow this way and then shake your hand this way and this and that. I tell you what, if I would never be a movie star. I'd say, well, it ain't worth it. You're going to make me jump through hoops to see somebody. I don't care who you are. It ain't worth it to me. Burt Reynolds never met the Queen. I guarantee you that. I don't think Burt Reynolds ever met the Queen.
They'd be giving the Queen rules to meet Burt Reynolds.
Well, yeah.
You better watch it. He'll slap the shit out of you.
Well. I don't think he'd hit a woman like that unless, she's on drugs or something. And the Queen, with all the problems, I don't think she's on drugs.
No, but I guarantee you this. She shits every day, just like the rest of us.
She, like everybody else.
Maybe 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Her age, I don't know what
she's got the best doctors in the United Kingdom.
Well, that's what nowadays doctors keep you alive forever, turn you into Frankenstein monster, this and that, for all I know.
What doctors are you talking about?
Just people living longer and longer all the time. I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to be kept alive as long as, how old's that Queen? I don't know, 106, 107, how old is she?
Closing in on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave it. See all the things that she's seen in this world.
She's done. You think, well, what's the way out?
What's the way out? Doctors don't need to keep you alive that long.
What do you do if you go to the doctor and say, well, I'm old, but I've got a
Quit
disease.
taking all the pills and transplants and this and that, whatever it takes to keep you alive that long. Just saying, no, I don't want that. I don't want a new kidney. I don't want new this or that, whatever, liver.
I've given up, Doc.
Well, it's not, if you 90-something years old, I don't think you're giving up. I think it's more, I'm tired. What have you got left to give up?
It's bleak.
You want to live a little bit longer so President Obama come over and give you a damn iPod? You left World War II, you seen time. I'd be, if I was the queen and I ain't her, and I don't know, but I say I'd had enough. That's her decision to make, though. I ain't saying nobody else make that.
But then Prince Charles would be king.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, see.
I don't think there's going to be, I know people talk about that on magazines and everything else, but I think after this, and they'd wrap it up.
Can they do that? Can they just call it? I guess if she can say, I'm done living, she can also say, also, I'm going to be the last one. This is it.
Well, they don't need to. It's silly anyway. You sit there and think about it. Queen, king, this duke, all that stuff, silly.
Can the queen say no more of this?
They declare that sort of stuff all the time. She want to go out with some dignity. That's how she do it.
But then, like, if Parliament knew, oh, man, we make so much money, people going to look at castles and stuff, could Parliament say, well, I know the Queen said she's the last one, but we're going to keep
That'd
it
make
up.
people want to look at it even more. You be telling the youngins who used to have, listen, you going to think this is a silly story, but let me tell you. And they lived right up in there. In that house, she lived up there for 200-something years.
So you think people would rather go to see a castle if there was no queen in it than if there was somebody actually in there doing whatever they do? What does she do every day?
She don't do nothing. Put on jewelry, walk around. I don't know. Hell. Ain't serving no purpose anymore. Going to movies, meeting movie stars. That's about the most of it. So they have some movie premiere over there, or whatever. You see all the pictures of it.
The Queen goes to movie premieres.
They had that movie stars. They have it there at the castle or whatever. You see it all the time in the magazines, this and that. Go in the grocery store. The Queen had met James Bond or this or that or whoever. They,
right, yeah.
She met the damn Beatles for all of them. You sit around and shake people's hands, I guess. I don't know.
I do remember that. I hadn't seen, it's been a while since I remember seeing it like in Entertainment Weekly, but I remember when Entertainment Tonight first come on?
I like Entertainment Tonight, yeah, man.
It was a big deal, but that was before like everything was Entertainment Tonight. Basically now
that was
America,
the first one. They had Mary Hart on there.
Yeah,
right?
Mary Hart.
And long legs dancing lady, yeah.
But I remember Greystoke come out, and they all went and met the Queen at the castle. I remember that. They had Greystoke. It was the guy that plays Tarzan.
Oh, I didn't. It's like Channel 8 Tarzan, something like that.
PBS Tarzan, I think, is what they almost called it. But they went. That makes sense. PBS, the Queen. Always stuff about the Queen on PBS.
Any movie would make a monkey boring, something wrong with it.
That's probably why the Queen was into it. Mm-hmm. Like, usually it's beneath a queen to watch a monkey, but Greystoke made it.
I'm the only one she allowed to watch it, Nobody, snub a nose at it, whatever.
They don't remember Prince Harry, they took him to the zoo. First time he ever seen a monkey outside Greystoke. They're like, well, now, Prince Harry, here's the monkey cage. And he's like, oh, like in Greystoke.
He knew that's the only thing he knew what that was.
That's all he had to associate it with.
That's probably what to sit around watching fancy Tarzan.
You hear that car alarm going off?
Yeah.
I don't know if our listeners can hear it or not.
I think that's being the average car.
It goes off all the time, man.
Every damn time.
Every time I try to
I
lift one of them
recognize.
Conway Twitty cassettes out of his front seat, damn alarm goes off.
Well, you need to get your hands out of his car. Hell.
Oh, it's fun. He knows I'm going to do it now. Look what I found, Conway Twitty cassette.
And the damn horn goes off.
There you go, Dunlap.
Well, let me do my sponsor here.
All right, let's go. Sponsor time.
Before we forget, I got to always remember to do sponsors up at the top.
Because we'll forget them and they give us $25.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what happened?
that's
Well, we
what's supposed-
forgot.
We forgot. Yeah, can't
What
do
kind
that.
of show you running over there? Podcast.
Yeah. Old by Square. Right off of Square, they opened up a new place, and I'm proud to have them as a sponsor today on this podcast. I went down there a couple weeks ago, and had the best time, one of the best experiences I've had in any place here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and it's called Graders. Right off of Square, Graders. Go in there, you're gonna have the best time ever. Everybody's there, wearing got the apron on, and just welcome you and talk you up, and you just good conversation too. That's when you go to Walmart, that's one of my favorite parts. Unless I'm in a hurry, sometimes I got to go to Walmart, get what I get. That's the reason I'm there and get the hell out.
Toilet paper.
But whatever you need to get in there and get, I mean, it ain't necessarily toilet paper.
Like you got to go real bad.
I ain't got nothing to do with what I got to go and do. I'm going in there. What I'm trying to say is when you go to Walmart.
Yeah, and you got to go to the bathroom real bad.
I don't, if I was going into Walmart and I had to go to the bathroom real bad, I wouldn't go in and buy toilet paper and drive home and use the bathroom. I'd use the bathroom right there at Walmart.
Oh, no, Jackie. You don't want to use the Walmart bathroom. First of all, it's full of kids. So if it's gonna be anything other than
it ain't got nothing to do with going to the bathroom. You not making any sense. That's not what I'm trying to
no,
say.
these kids running around bothering you, knocking on the
right,
door.
Enough. Listen
And
to
then the people that use the bathroom are elderly and they don't know how to get over to the thing in time. It's just a mess.
Right, fine, all right. I know.
So
have to
you'd
go
be
to the
better
bathroom.
off getting the toilet paper, even if you got to go real bad. You're just going to have a better experience.
Nobody's got to go to the bathroom, and ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to do my sponsor. I ain't got nothing to do with going to the bathroom.
Well, we started off talking all that shit stuff, and I just thought
Enough.
Continuing the theme.
When I go to the Walmart, like I said, unless I'm in a hurry, the reason it's nice to go to Walmart, besides the variety of,
right.
what they have in there, they got every damn thing in there now, but it's always the graders.
The old people that stand in the front in the smock.
I don't call them old people. I know who they are. People I've known all my life. Some of them, but it's just nice to see somebody say, hey, how you doing? And if I don't know them, I'm going to know them here in a minute. How you doing? Welcome, nice to see you. Well, Graders has taken that concept, that little moment of joy that some people, the only time somebody ever talks to them all day. Sad as that is. And they put it in one place, and it's Graders. It's right off the square. You're going to have a great time. Come on down there. They're going to welcome you like you've never been welcomed. So happy to announce a new sponsor, Graders.
Graders. What is the store? What do they got in the store?
And just good conversation.
You can't buy anything there? Or?
I think I got like a water soda machine, something like that. If you get thirsty from talking so much or whatever, something like that. Maybe potato chips.
Are you saying this is not any kind of store or business where there's services that you can? This is just a room full of graders?
That's what, yeah. Like at front of Walmart. They all got the names on the apron. So you know what to say back to them.
But at Walmart, you can ask them a question like, "Where's the toilet paper? I gotta go real bad," and they say aisle 7. But you can't ask them any questions at Graders.
What do you mean you can't ask me a question? Ask me anything you want to. That's how it starts. You ask you, quit. You come in there, hey, sir, how you doing today? I'm doing all right. Now that I'm here at Graders.
Well, how many graders are in there?
I've been there one time. There's 15, 20 in there milling around.
There's a room full of... I could go down to the damn nursing home and have the same experience.
They people ain't invalid. They ain't lost their damn minds. They just, they're older folks. It gives them something to do. And
So it's just a room full of old people wanting to talk to somebody, and they turn it into a business. How they make money off of it?
Donations.
So I got to go down there, talk to old people, and give them money? They should be paying me to do it.
You come up with your own place like that if that's what you want. That ain't what Graders is. I told you what Graders is. You come down there, get some good conversation, just the nicest people you could ever meet. I saw some people I ain't seen in years when I went down there.
So I could go, let's say, Jackie, that I opened up my own small business, maybe a lawn and garden supply store, Dunlap's Lawn and Garden. And you know what'd be good? I need one of them graders like at Walmart, like an old fella happy to see people and answer questions, stand there in the front in his little blue suit.
What?
Could I go to Greeters and hire one of them to be my greeter?
They're working at Graders. What? If Graders is its own place, you don't go there and get people from it. You go there and they grade you and you talk and have a good time.
Because that seems like that could be a viable business, like a place that like a temp agency for greeters, like when you have businesses, but not just a room full of greeters.
Like I said, when I go to Walmart, I'm in a hurry to get whatever it is I need to get in there.
Like toilet paper?
It ain't got nothing to do with going to the bathroom.
Like if you got to go to the bathroom real bad.
If I had to go to the bathroom, it doesn't make any sense what you're saying. I know you're trying to be cute, but it don't make no sense. You wouldn't run somewhere, get the toilet paper, and take it home to use the bathroom if you had to go real bad. You would just use the bathroom right there at Walmart. It don't make any sense what you're saying.
Possibly, but most of the bathroom experiences I had at Walmart is just full of too many people coming in and out. You can't get any peace in there.
But the point I'm trying to make, I don't want to buy anything in particular right now. But it would be nice to be greeted kindly by a nice individual, have something nice to say.
So this is for the times when you're not looking to purchase anything, don't want to shop.
You don't want nothing but good conversation. Be treated with respect and good conversation, which sadly in this world you don't get nowhere anymore. Except at Graders.
But if I wanted to hire a greeter, this isn't like at Home Depot where you can go pick up some guys.
No, there's nothing. You don't pick them up, take them with you. You go there. You go there, park your car, go inside and get greeted and have, conversation. There's plenty of them. And if you don't like, you get greeted by one fella, talk to him for a while, there's somebody right behind him to greet you again.
How many times you going to get greeted?
Like I said, there's 15, 20 of them in there. Depends on who,
Do you have to make the rounds and get greeted by every one
of the
greeters?
I don't think it's a requirement, no.
But it's going to be rude if there's like 15 people in there. And
just be ready to spend some time when you go there.
How much time do I have to spend at greeters?
You go there, I was there for a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
Good Lord.
I don't know if I met everybody. I waved and, I talked to most of them.
So wait, now it sounds almost like the worst party you've ever been to. Like you show up somewhere like, oh, I hope my friends are here, and then you walk into the room and it's all elderly people. Is it all men?
There's a few women in there. There was a few women, I remember, yeah. So it's got, depends on who you want to talk to. It's all there for you. Graders, right off a square. Proud to have them as a new sponsor. Get $25. Happy hopefully you'll be able to give that much down there for a donation for a good conversation. Be greeted as well as any place you go.
Greeted
More than once.
over and over again. My old men and women just greeting you, coming and going.
Yeah.
I went down there. I'd never want to be greeted again.
You make it sound like a funeral or something. It ain't like that.
That's what it sounds like, a funeral home.
Everybody here's in a good mood. Ain't nobody there crying, did you know so-and-so? Well, God bless his soul. He's a dead man in a room laying there. No, it ain't nothing like a funeral.
I know, but people your age start going to funeral home. That's like your whole social calendar. That's where you see people.
Well, you make it sound like it's a bunch of people moping around, this and that. Like,
no,
how
it's
you
not.
doing?
It's like if you go to a funeral home and you just see old people and they're talking and like catching up and having a good time. And the funeral, the dead guy's just sort of like, oh yeah, I forgot we're in a funeral home. I forgot about that part of it. You know, down there where the sausage biscuits are, where people
All
bring
right,
the
all
Kentucky
right,
Fried Chicken.
fine.
Sounds like that part of it.
Well,
How
it
you
ain't
been,
like that.
Earl?
It ain't like that.
Well, I don't see how it's not. But that's Graders off the square.
Yeah.
I got my own sponsor this week, Jackie.
Yeah, well.
No, you'll like them. It's one of your good buddies over at Coley's Cinemas.
What?
They said they'd been trying to reach you, but I guess you were over at Graders.
That's my sponsor.
Well, they couldn't get a hold of you because you were in there talking to the same old men you've been talking to your whole life, and now they're all concentrated in one spot.
Well, I know where everybody's at when I want to go talk to them, have a good conversation.
So there's
When
coffee. There's probably coffee. Y'all sitting around drinking coffee.
Like I said, there's soda machines, water, things like that.
It sounds like out in front of the cafe, everybody's sitting on a bench. all
Look,
those
it's
men.
people like me. We'll do your sponsor a minute. Listen here. People come down the store all the time, want to talk to me because they know where I'm at. I'm back here trying to cook. I'm back here trying to do this. I'm on the cash register, this and that. And everybody all the time trying to talk to you, and I'm trying to work. I got a line out there. Somebody sitting there gabbing in the air for I don't know how long. And I'm trying to wait on them, so I can't have good conversation while I'm working. And my wife, God bless her soul, had a stroke, can't hardly talk. Baby talks what it sounds like when she does. So graders, there may be more people in my position that would like someone just to greet them with a smile on their face, be happy to see you, and see where it goes from there. Just have good
Where's
conversation.
it gonna go from there? Where?
You gonna sit there and talk. It's what you're gonna do. Good conversation. Graders. So there may be people like me out there, and you sitting there mocking this place that don't have time for that in the daytime. Can't get everybody together, put on this or that, the dinner, whatever. Graders is right there waiting for you, right off the square.
Maybe you should get a part-time job at Graders.
I just told you how busy I am.
You want to greet people on your schedule.
Well, that's what it's there for.
My sponsor this week is Coley's Christian Cinemas, Jackie. They got a new movie there.
Yeah.
Called, it's for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, Valentine's Day.
Now, Valentine's Day's coming up, folks, and I'm talking to the men now because women really don't have to do shit for it.
Wow.
Shit. So, if you got a honey or a wife and you are thinking, oh, crap, Dunlap just reminded me that Valentine's Day is coming up. I think it's this Friday.
It's this Friday.
Yeah, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You just get a box of candy, something like that, flowers,
Or you could take them down to see the new Coley's Christian Cinemas film, 3 Kisses for Elizabeth.
Wow.
It's from the same Christian movie-making company Rick Santorum come in.
Oh, yeah.
Headed that up. So it's a romance about a marriage on the rocks, but they need to get some Jesus in there.
Oh.
And so they, for a little while, it's like, are we going to split up? And then, you know what? They pray about it. They go to church, whatever they do in those things.
Good for them, yeah.
And they probably don't get a divorce. Because I would say it's a weird Christian movie if at the end they get a divorce. I don't no spoilers, but if you're wanting to see a movie this Valentine's Day that ends in divorce, probably don't go see 3 Kisses for Elizabeth at Coley's Christian Cinemas because it probably ends with them staying married.
Well, they're not going to show anything like that down there.
No.
That's a Rick Santorum movie.
It's Rick Santorum's
produces
company.
them,
I don't know if
Winter
you
Rat
remember.
Company.
He came in and he took a head job at a Christian movie company.
Well, wasn't nobody making no movie for a good Christian to watch anymore. And
He's like, I'm going to use my notoriety, my newfound fame. If I ain't going to be president, I can get inside people this way.
yeah, like Warner Brothers or what is it? All them movies, Fox, Santorum movies.
Yeah, so it's a new Santorum movie. I don't know if they changed the name of the company. I don't remember the name of the company, but they should just call it Santorum Co.
Well, that's a good enough name as any of them.
But listen, he ain't just running the company
Yeah.
and producing the movies, Jackie. He's got a cameo in this one.
What? What, he in the movie?
In the movie, he plays the marriage counselor they go see, and he just steals the show. From what I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, but what I've heard is people, when they leave this movie, they are talking about Rick Santorum's performance and how he was the funniest thing in it. Because what he does,
I can see that, yeah.
now this is kind of a spoiler, so if you think you're going to con your wife into going to see Three Kisses for Elizabeth instead of something she really wants to do, close your ears because I'm about to give away a big part of the movie, but it's important because it's Rick Santorum is all over social media. People talking about, oh, he really steals Three Kisses for Elizabeth. Hashtag Three Kisses for Elizabeth.
It sounds like a good movie, but I ain't ever go see it, so go on and tell me. Yeah.
Well, Jackie, here's what happens. They go see a marriage counselor, and Rick Santorum is playing the marriage counselor, and he's like telling them this and that, and then finally he says, you know what you need to do is get out of here because I'm filling your head with nonsense and go to church, and that's what's going to save your marriage.
Yeah.
And they're like, what kind of marriage counselor are you? He said, I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm a preacher, and I come in here undercover so that you wouldn't see a real marriage counselor, and I could tell you to go to church. And it just brings the house down.
Oh, he's tricking him.
Tricking him.
Yeah.
He says and his character is so popular in this, from test screenings, just off the charts, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever. They're saying they're going to build a new series of films around Rick Santorum's character, call it The Sneaky Preacher.
Snaky Preacher, huh?
Now, these are not out yet. Don't go to Coley's Christian Cinema. Say one for Sneaky Preacher, please. Because they're still working on what the plot's going to be, but it's going to be him going to places undercover where you should, instead of doing whatever it is you're doing, you should just be going to church about it.
Yeah.
Like a therapy or a whorehouse. I'm just throwing things off the top of my head here.
What
College.
the hell Snaky Preacher gonna do in a whorehouse?
Well,
That
he'd be like Bugs Bunny in a dress and a wig, and they come in and be like, can I have one sex act, please? And he'd say, you know what? You've been busted by the Sneaky Preacher. Where you need to be is on your knees at church,
Well, yeah.
not here in
Well,
a whore. I don't know why he
If
would
it's
be-
got a good, I mean, they sound silly, but we got a good
Well-
message to it. Yeah, all those
Some of the Bible's
all those,
silly.
All those movies they make for women, to me, are silly. They seem silly to me. I wouldn't go see half of them. You see a commercial or something on for it, why would anybody go see it? And then, of course, women go see it, and then they come here and run their mouth about it for 2 damn hours. But none of it sounds like anything I won't see.
You hear that siren?
Yeah.
You think that's because of the car alarm?
Well, they're late, if that's the case.
Well, you can't count on them to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sneaky Preacher, I think that's going to brought this was Three Kisses for Elizabeth was designed with the female audience in mind. It's coming out at Valentine's Day, so men have to go see it too. Sneaky Preacher's for everybody, kids.
Well, that sounds just silly funny, yeah, especially if he's acting in it too. It's him.
This is Rick
It's Rick
Santorum
Santorum.
as the Sneaky Preacher, and he gets to play other parts too because he's at college a professor filling your head full of nonsense and secularism, and then he takes off his disguise, like a Einstein wig and a mustache. He's like, guess what? I'm the Sneaky Preacher.
Get in church, yeah.
I'm going to grab you by your ear, student, and I'm going to march you right over to the Methodist Student Center, and we're going to pray about this right now.
All right, Snaky Preacher. So that's what I'm going to go see. I'll go see that, yeah.
Yeah, Sneaky Preacher sounds funny.
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't think Rick Santorum was this funny, but supposedly
He's kind of fun. Debates and stuff, he usually have one line of the here and there. You know, he's like raw talent. You saw it there. I could see.
Yeah, like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Like an old chunk of coal, but he's going to be the Sneaky Preacher
I'm looking
one
forward to
day.
that. Yeah, I'll go see it.
So that's Coley's. But now we're not talking about. Let me make this clear. I don't want a bunch of people going down to College Christian Cinemas excited to see Sneaky Preacher.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I was looking forward to seeing that.
No. Right now they're playing Three Kisses for Elizabeth. Sneaky Preacher, that's still in the development stage. They're nowhere near ready. It would take them.
But he's in
2
both
months
movies? I don't understand.
He is in Three Kisses for Elizabeth in the role of the Sneaky Preacher. But it's just a little, it's like he comes in, saves
he only
the day.
in it for a few minutes being funny.
Yes,
Right.
It's fun. It's kind of funny, but also he takes him to church and they pray about it.
But
Because
first
I'm
they
gonna
think
hand
he's
you
a
over-
counselor. They paying him.
Yes,
they
so he's
paying
in
his
it through
fee.
that. That's not funny at all. That's just them telling their problems and him going,
Yeah.
Then towards the end of it, they go back to him. That's when he says, "You idiots should have been in church this whole time."
But he's getting paid to be it.
Yeah, he's taking the counselor money, I guess. I haven't seen it yet, Jackie. I can only assume that he's taking their money and tithed it.
Well, yeah, as long as there's something right with it. Yeah, that's all, man. Yeah.
I mean, he's not. I would imagine Sneaky Preacher is not just taking their money
For himself, yeah.
that they're giving him to be a marriage counselor when he knows on the third visit he's going to blow his own cover and say, Sneaky Preacher reveal.
Yeah, the message of it sounds good. Hey, I'd go see that. And like I said, I want to see how he does in that. I'd go see Rick Santorum in that. Yeah.
And this movie's not about the Sneaky Preacher, so they don't really get into what he does with the money, like what he does the rest of the time.
Well, that's why, yeah, that's how they get you.
They're going to take this small character.
That's how they get you right there. You going to go see Snake. You want to learn all that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a prequel. I don't know. Maybe first Sneaky Preacher should just be what he was doing when he was trying to help the couple, the main couple from Three Kisses for Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So that's Coley's Christian Cinemas, Valentine's Day, Three Kisses for Elizabeth. Take your wife, take your husband, then go do something fun. Coley's Christian Cinemas.
And they tried to call me, too.
They tried to call you.
Yeah.
At the store, they said you was out.
That's probably at Graders.
And I'm just thinking the timeline, that's probably about the time you were at Great. Because College Christian Cinema said they tried to call you 3 or 4 times over the course of, I don't know, like 6 hours,
Yeah,
they said. And you said you were at Greeters, what, an hour and a half? But I
I
know how
called
you
him.
get when you get talking to them old people about to die, time gets away from you. You're probably down there half a day. Left the store up there.
I ain't there all day.
But yeah, Coley's Christian, so they had to turn to me.
Well,
So maybe I'll get all this Coley's money now, all this $25.
well, I'll call them, apologize, tell them, what was going on. I don't think that's the case, no. They've been my sponsor for years now. I just couldn't get in touch with me. I appreciate, glad they got through, but I'll settle all this, don't worry.
As long as you don't stick me with graders. Who give you the money from graders? Like who come up to you?
Paul down there,
Who runs it? Is it Paul?
everybody dressed the same. I don't know.
Like a collective.
I guess one way of putting it, I guess. Everybody got an apron on. Looks like Walmart apron, but it ain't. It's Grader's apron. It looks the same, but everybody got their name on it.
Have any of these people worked for Walmart before, or have they been?
A couple of them I seen, yeah. I don't know if there's conflict of interest working both or not. I don't see how Walmart could get upset because, again, they're not selling nothing but good conversation. Seems like they just giving that to free for Walmart, but I guess they get paid at Walmart. What does a grader get paid at Walmart? There got to be a difference there.
Why? You don't think they do real work? They probably get paid the least.
It's a service. I would say it is a service more than it is work. But they ain't getting paid as much as anybody in the stockroom Walmart. I'd hope not.
Do you think that like what they do doesn't even qualify as work, so maybe Walmart doesn't even have to pay them minimum wage?
Well,
I mean, even the people saying let's increase minimum wage. Even Obama probably doesn't think greeters deserve minimum wage.
I think if you at the point in life where you working as a greeter, it either ain't gonna get no better or you do it all right. There ain't no difference, you know.
So a greeter's not a first step towards anything.
Greeter's being just a greeter, and a good greeter is needed in this world. I ain't trying to put it down, but I'm just saying, in order for Walmart to function as a business properly, that would probably be the first thing to go if they had to cut some corners. That's all I'm saying. It's a nice service. I'm glad Walmart is doing as well as it is because they can afford to have greeter. But do they need to pay more than minimum wage? No.
A lot of them people, you might not have to pay them anything. Obviously, if they've banded together and started greeters where they're working off donations.
Well,
and Walmart, they know who they can pay and who they can't pay, who they don't have to pay. So they're not leaving any money on the table when it comes to paying people.
I guess,
Well, Jackie, maybe we should get to the news.
News?
Let's just run through this real fast. Let's
That's
see. Well,
fine,
I wrote down a few things.
Fine.
I mean, we can talk about greeters some more.
I don't know what else you're going to say about it. I mean, it is what it is.
Zimmerman watch.
Yeah.
So George Zimmerman was going to have a celebrity boxing match with rapper DMX. That has been called off now. I didn't see the reason why.
Why was it called on?
You don't want to see...
I don't want to see either one of them. Look, I like a good celebrity boxing match as much as anybody. They're funny, good ones. But this one here, George Zimmerman, I don't care too much for this fella. He keeps showing his true colors off and on. I ain't trying to be all liberal or nothing else. But it don't seem right to me. And then you got some rapper, I don't know who the hell he is. So I ain't got no agenda or anything on this one.
So George Zimmerman, you think, what's your position here? Even if what he did was right, let's say you shoot somebody.
Yeah.
You're basically saying if you shoot somebody, even if they're horrible and murdering you and attacking your family and pets, you shouldn't make money off the fact that you shot somebody.
Well, you know, if Law and Order does a story or something about that on it, that's different, isn't it? I mean,
it's different than a boxing match.
Yeah. Lifetime movie, something like that, that's different. But boxing match, I don't know. It depends on...
Boxing match is kind of like being a greeter. If you're in a celebrity boxing match, you're either about it ain't going to get no better, or what was the other thing you said?
I can't. Things ain't going to go, you know, it ain't going up here from there and whatever happened before, you know, is what it is.
It's bad.
Yeah, well, if you just celebrity boxing match, yeah. But that's why it's funny. I mean, most time it ain't people I even know, both of them. I know one of them, Danny Bonaduce and some disc jockey, whatever, and whoever it is hitting on each other. They ain't professional fighters. It's funny.
They used to have it. They don't seem to have it that much anymore. Is there anybody you'd like to see fight each other?
I'm sure there are plenty. If I sit down and think about it, there are plenty of people that be funny to watch. You'd try to knock a head. You know, ain't nobody going to get killed or nothing in a celebrity boxing match. I think you should put them big, giant,
sumo wrestlers?
Yeah.
In a celebrity boxing match?
No, put on the big, giant gloves, not sumo wrestler men. I don't know any of them. They all look...
What? Is it because they're fat or because they're Asian, Jackie, that they all look the same?
Well, they got the same thing. They all got got the hair the same way and got the diapers on.
I'll say this.
I wasn't trying to be racist or anything like that. The sumo wrestler is different.
I'm looking at their ass. I mean, the whole time. Because you don't get to see somebody just come out with like that much ass and leg and groin and all that. I won't see what's going to come out.
What?
I just want to see it. You don't get to see it that much.
They wrap that stuff good, don't I? Ain't never seen
Now,
no,
but there's a lot of haunch left to gawk at. There's a lot of haunch to gawk at, Jackie.
I don't watch it regularly. I don't know where you turn on to watch
I don't.
it.
Where would you even watch it?
Japan, China, wherever they do it.
Again, a little racist.
I didn't know where they did it. I think they do it in Japan. It's Japanese, I think.
I'd like to see George Zimmerman fight a sumo wrestler. I'd watch that. I think even people who think this is tacky and beneath and the travesty of the American justice system, like everybody would be interested in watching that. Not to see him get punished or become victorious, just to
I don't
what
want
would
to see
that be?
George Zimmerman dressed up like one. I don't want to see
Well,
that.
he'd have to, Jackie. There's rules. You go to Japan, ask anybody. There's rules. To see the
I
Queen
know
of
they're
England,
like-
there's
they
rules to be a sumo wrestler.
Years and years go back to being, they got to follow certain.
I just see him in there stomping, getting ready. You know, they stomp at the beginning. DMX is who I feel sorry for in this, because what else has he got going on?
I don't know nothing about him.
So that was Zimmerman watch. There was a big debate.
Zimmerman watch, you always think, I have to be honest here. It was looking like Zimmerman watch was going to end in bloodshed and a terrible thing. And we were like, I just want Zimmerman watch to go away, But
Right.
I'll be honest, if this is the end, if he, his celebrity fighting match gets canceled, I'm okay. You know what? That's better than what could have turned out.
That is a better ending for
People
Zimmerman
complaining.
watch than I thought was going to be.
Yeah, people complaining about this, what's wrong with our culture, this and that. What the hell? This is better than him shooting somebody else, girlfriend, parents, whatever. This is better.
Another
His-
black kid, yes. Definitely better than any of those three outcomes.
Yeah, just my celebrity a boxing match got canceled. If that's what we're talking on the news about him, I think that's a good day.
That made me feel better about Zimmerman watch.
Well, I know because every time we talk, we never did talk about his paintings. He was doing paintings there for a while.
Did we not talk about that?
Maybe we did. I don't remember.
Who gives a shit?
Well,
Creation Museum, Jackie. Now, this is about as bad as a damn celebrity boxing match. Bill Nye, the science guy,
oh yeah.
debated the Creation Museum. What's his name? Ken Ham? Is that
I don't
him?
know his
Australian
name.
guy?
I don't know. He's Australian, lived in Kentucky. I don't know.
They had a debate about creationism versus whatever you call the other thing. Science.
I guess, yeah. Bill Nye, science guy, yeah. I say yes right now. I didn't watch none of that. I don't care to. That'd be the most boring thing. And I love what's in the Bible. Don't get me wrong. But when you're dealing with the Old Testament, it's he begot this, that and this. And that can get, you had to do your studying when you was younger, learning your good book, and it wasn't always easy. And everybody knows science ain't easy either. So both of them going on either way, which about that, it just put me to sleep, right to sleep. I wasn't going to watch it. And old Bill Nye, science guy, seemed like a nice fella, but I don't care what's coming out of your mouth. If you got a bow tie on, you lost a debate right off, in my eyes, right there.
Nobody in a bow tie can score points in a debate, according to you. You think that nobody cares what they're saying?
It's just a look to me when I see it's like you trying to be cute or funny or something like that. Look at me in my little bow tie. It's just like it's all about that. It ain't about what you got to say.
What if it was a debate on popcorn and Orville Redenbacher was one of the debaters?
Yeah.
He'd win that fight.
I like his popcorn just fine, but he always looks silly to me.
Even as an expert on popcorn, you wouldn't trust
He
Orville.
wasn't an expert. He just come on TV and say this and hold it up. I mean, that don't make him an expert. He made popcorn. That's fine.
Company's named after him. If a company's named after you, then you got to be an expert on it. George Foreman's expert on grills.
Well, yeah, you got a point there, yeah. But he just seemed silly to me. I could have just eat the popcorn without looking at him. Does that make sense? But I can't even do that because he put his little face on every bag in the store.
But you don't have to eat the popcorn and sit there and look at the popcorn box like it's a box of cereal.
You put it in a microwave, and it's still in the sack. I eat it right out of the sack. Every time you reach down, his smug little face looking at you.
Why do you hate Orville Redenbacher
It's just
so
that
much?
you got a little bow tie on. You just look like you smarter. I don't like Tucker Carlson. I don't like him. I know he got good conservative values, but he's still just...
Anybody in bow tie? Who was that guy who ran for president? Paul Simon, not the other one.
Either one of them I don't like. I don't care what they're wearing.
Who else is famous bow tie people?
If you're wearing a tuxedo, that's different. Make that clear. Because you got the whole outfit on.
So you think a bow tie is only part of a tuxedo that like got away and made its way onto somebody else's clothes? Bow tie can serve no purpose other than part of a tuxedo.
If you're wearing a tuxedo, James Bond wears tuxedo, he don't look silly. Sean Connery got on a bow tie, looks all right wearing that. Fred Astaire, I mean, he's silly, but, you know, he's still kind of nice, seemed like a nice man, whatever. But if you got little glasses and like a tweed coat, and you got your little, yeah.
It's like you're doing a bit.
That's what it seems like to me. It seems like what Glenn Beck does sometimes in between talking.
Puts on a little...
sure.
Yeah.
Puts a pipe in his mouth, puts on a bow tie. Sherlock Holmes, did he wear a bow tie?
The Bolo?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Bolo tie.
I like Sherlock Holmes okay because, you know, he's trying to help you out at least. He's smart. He ain't gabbing at you. But, like, my popcorn's the best. Well, it's pretty good. And I don't mean to pick on just him. That's just bow tie. Like I said, there's a lot of them. I don't.
So Bill Nye with the bow tie. Why didn't he call himself Bill Nye the Bow Tie Science Guy? I mean, that's just right
Might
there
as well.
for him.
I mean, the bow tie is just as loud as the funny little name he gave himself. You know, just put it in there, too.
I mean, it rhymes. It makes sense. He's wearing a bow tie. I guess he's thinking that's too much. I'm wearing a bow tie, so people are going to think of the bow tie when they think of me.
Yeah.
It should be more about science than about the bow tie, I guess is what he was thinking.
I guess, yeah.
So who won that debate, Jackie? Did you hear?
I didn't watch none of that. I don't know.
And what was it? So whoever won the debate, America was going to be forced to believe whatever they believe? Is that what happened?
No, it didn't. It was a waste of time. It don't make any debate is a waste of time. It's who talks better is all it is. And if you're talking about boring stuff, it's going to be boring no matter what.
So no matter the outcome of the debate, it didn't affect anything.
What? How could it have?
I didn't know Obama. I thought maybe people going to show up at your house and get all you and God created this posters off the wall because here's Darwin. Hang this up.
That may be coming. Maybe this was a preamble for something like that. I don't know.
There's no stakes in this. So Bill Nye gets up there and says, science, science. And the Australian guy goes like, whatever, Noah. That was my Australian.
That's one name. I said, now that story, if he just talked about that, it might have been pretty good.
That's a good story.
Everybody
That's probably
likes
the best
David,
story.
Goliath, Noah, because of all the animals.
Noah's better than David and Goliath, all the animals. And a little bit of mystery, like how'd they do it? A little magic trick to it.
Well, Jesus did, had powers too.
I'm saying Old Testament.
Old Testament, yeah. Well,
I'm not going
Job
to get
and
into
the fish is good.
That's a good one too,
Yeah.
but
It's got an animal, another
Noah
one.
had
Animal.
lots of fish.
Samson and lions.
What? Who?
Who's Samson and the lions?
Samson and Delilah.
Who went in the lion's den?
Daniel went in the
Daniel
lion's
went in the
den.
lion's den. Samson's just strong. He's somebody else.
Yeah. Did he fight the lions? You know how they're doing, oh, man, I just had a great idea, and I need to call Coley's Christian Cinemas up so I can get Rick Santorum's number. Jackie, listen to this. You know how they started off with Iron Man, and then they did Thor, and then they did Captain America. There was a Hulk in there somewhere.
And then they put them all together.
Put them all together.
I do that with the
Avengers.
Bible, yeah.
Yes, They're doing it with the monsters, Jackie. The Universal going to have Dracula and Van Helsing and Frankenstein.
You know what's trouble now?
These shared worlds, and then they're all going to meet up.
Yeah.
Superman come out. What happens next, Jackie? Superman going to fight Batman.
Well, yeah.
Then eventually Justice League. So you have, like you just said it, Samson and Delilah, Daniel in the lion's den. What if Daniel's in the lion's den? He's like, Lord, I need your help. And Lord's like, you know what? You do.
Send Samson.
I'm going to send Samson.
Well, you don't want to change all the stories in the Bible, make it more confusing than it already is.
No, the Bible happened. This is just like an Elseworlds Bible. So that you've got...
Elseworlds Bible?
It's like a what-if Bible.
No.
So that you have Noah's trying to get all the fish, and he didn't have fish on the ark. The fish were outside the water.
Fish didn't need help. They were okay. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, wait.
These animals
What happened? What about the dinosaur fish?
Dinosaur fish?
If the flood didn't kill... If the flood killed the dinosaurs, is that right? Is that what happened? Is that what we're saying now? Then what about dinosaur fish? What killed the dinosaur fish? Or were there dinosaurs after the flood? I got to go to the Creation Museum.
You know, when they used to get whales.
Leviathans, Jackie. What about Leviathans?
I don't know. I don't know the timeline and all that stuff. It goes on forever. Everybody needs to learn it, and I did learn it, but it's been a long time. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm getting up there in age, and I need to read the good book more often. I'm the first one to admit it.
Wait a minute. If there were dinosaurs when Samson was around, then you have Samson find a dinosaur. That's box office gold. And then at the end of it, you got Samson, Noah, Daniel, Job.
Give him go help Job get him out of the...
Yeah, no, Job is the one who just has bad luck.
But he ends up in the whale or great fish.
Jonah's in the whale.
Have
you ever read a Bible?
Yeah, I read the Bible. I went to Bible school, everything else. Hell, I learned most of this in song. It's just I'm getting up there in age. It's been a long time. Well, Jonah and the whale. God tested Job.
Yep. Devil made a bet.
Yeah. That's a movie right there. Just that story. Just the devil and the Lord making a bet. That's something right there, you know. Gambling.
No, but you're not supposed to gamble, though.
Well, that's how I guess everybody learned you're not supposed to after that.
Yeah, because you never know when it's going to be the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, if these Snaky Preacher movies are a big hit, you could even put him in there with them.
I don't like mixing contemporary stuff with the old. No.
All right, so who would it be? We'd have Adam and Eve.
They didn't do nothing but misbehave. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel is when some action starts to happen if you're just looking at it that way.
Oh, Moses, you got to have him.
They already made how many Moses movies?
But Moses didn't meet Job.
If they all in heaven, I guess they could get together, Lord, send them back to earth, do whatever, if you think of it that way.
That's good. That's a good... Like they're up in heaven. Like, I need the best angels on this one. And like St. Peter says, well, why don't you get the stars of the Old Testament to go down and be your Bible Avengers?
Yeah.
And so he sends down.
You could present it to a way with children to help them learn, knowing that's not what goes on as far as we know, but then you still learn about the person, what they went through in the Old Testament, and they learn to accept one another, working with one another. They talk about their personal experience with the Lord.
Oh, like maybe one of them doesn't like Job.
Well, they learn to get along. And help, defeat the devil, I'm guessing. That's who they'd fight.
You'd have to have some women in it. Who's some good women? Like a Black Widow.
Well, who cut off
No, she'd be like a bad guy. She'd be on the team.
She'd be on the bad team, women be Eve, I guess,
who's
would be
a good Eve.
Be bad woman. She'd be on one because she tricked Adam. I'm trying to think of.
Is there a Ruth?
Mary, Jesus, Mama. No, that's New Testament.
I think we got to stick to Old Testament.
Yeah.
New Testament. See what you do. Phase 1 is Old Testament. Then phase 2, we'd work in the stars of the New Testament, and then phase 3. They come together and they team up and they fight the devil.
That's like that X-Men thing you go on. They did the old ones and new ones and
old ones and new ones
all together in the new X-Men thing, comic book, funny book. Yeah,
just do it with the Bible.
Well, Good book, funny book, I think there's a difference between those two things. I don't know if you're being disrespectful. Now, if you're not being disrespectful and you're trying to maybe get a little learning in while you're being entertained, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can be honest with you, Jackie, but the past 2 minutes we've been talking about this, most excited I ever been about the Bible.
Well,
entire life.
Well, if that's what it takes to bring you closer to the Lord, good for you.
Gotta have some big action set pieces. So, like, David fights Goliath, that's action. There's a fish. Jonah gets swallowed by the whale.
Special effects, flood taking over.
They already
Earth.
got to know it, so the new Noah's coming out. So
Russell Crowe's Gladiators.
Yeah.
He'll be good. He'll be good with animals, like just seeing him talk to all the animals that'll be good. Like Dr. Doolittle, something old Rex Harrison.
Do the animals talk in Noah?
Well, the way movies are these days, I don't know. They didn't talk in Dr. Doolittle either. You know, he just sings song to them, and they make animal noises, and he acts like he knows what they're saying. It's the same thing. I don't see why Noah couldn't do that.
They talking Eddie Murphy, Dr. Doolittle.
That's different. That ain't what I'm talking about. No.
I do hope, because I know I'll probably have to go see Noah.
I go see that.
Probably
if you will go see that. Russ Crowe just walking up and back and forth on the ark, checking on all animals, make sure they're all healthy, doing okay.
But I hope that they're talking to him while he's doing it. I hope he's putting like a couple of zebras on the ark, and one of the zebras turns around to him and says, "What? No room service?"
Nah, that's silly. That's cartoon right there. I think it's way I looked at it. Some pictures him dressed up looks serious. Serious. Russell Crowe Gladiators. When he's serious, he's about as good as it gets. It depends on what he always played different people at all times and always good at it. Yeah.
He's serious a lot in movies, though. Is there what movie is he not serious in?
Beautiful Mind's kind of funny. I mean, I know it's serious, but he has his moments in it when he's out. He's doing math problems out in a little shack behind the house, trying to keep it hidden. You know, anytime somebody's trying to hide something, it's always funny to me.
That's why Sneaky Preacher.
That's what I know. That sounds good. Yeah, but yeah, Beautiful Mind being scared, hide. You know, don't look here. That's always funny to me. I know it's serious and sad too, but there's elements to it where he's funnier in that one than I seen anything else he been in. And I ain't seen a whole lot. I've seen Gladiators. That's good.
All I'll say about Noah is I hope a few animals get a zinger in.
I ain't gonna talk on that. That's serious. He wouldn't be in a movie like that. He wouldn't do it.
No, Russell Crowe wouldn't be in a movie with talking animals.
No, sir.
You're probably right.
I don't think he'd do that. I think that's one of the first things. How many scripts? Nowadays, if he was going to be in one, he would have been in one by now.
That's true. He's had every opportunity.
Half of the Hollywood movie scripts, how many is he? Nope.
He's still a star, but there was a while where he was one of the biggest stars in the world. He could have gone to any studio in Hollywood and said, I want to do a talking animal movie.
Well, they've done how many talking animals? Just think since he got big, famous, and it's been a while now, he's getting up there in age like everybody does. But how many talking animal movies have they done in that time frame? Surely he could have been in any one of those. There's been 20, 30 of them. I mean, there's more than that.
Are we sure we're not forgetting a talking animal movie with starring Russell Crowe?
I can't remember one. None comes to mind. I don't think he'd do it. He don't seem like the type of fella that, like I said, if he was going to do it, he would have done it by now. He's too serious for that.
Also in the news, gay rights, Jackie. Eric Holder, Obama's man.
That's Mexico right there. Drug, paper, guns.
Well,
Fast Furious right there.
Also gay rights. Holder says same-sex couples to get equal legal rights.
Yeah.
There's some of the stuff this is federal rights. This is some of the stuff that legal rights that gay Americans have not had the same rights as heterosexual couples when filing bankruptcy, testifying in court, visiting partners in prison, being entitled to visitation and correspondence rights with spouses in federal prisons, eligible to file for bankruptcy jointly, can't testify against your marriage partner, and will be subject to domestic support obligations such as alimony.
Yeah.
That is one fucked up gay couple.
Hey, watch your mouth, but you know, say it messed up. That sounds pitiful. If you need all that, if it's important to you to get all that stuff right there, yeah.
You can't just Jackie, you can't just give gay rights to gay couples who don't go to prison.
Well, I guess you're right, yeah.
Who ain't bankrupt. So let's see what would happen. So it's like you go bankrupt.
It's a gay couple here.
Gay couple goes bankrupt.
Sure, lose all the money.
Then one of them...
Not because of gay, just because something else.
Then one of them goes to prison.
Yeah.
And then they get divorced, so there's alimony.
Yeah.
And... but they can go visit each other in prison, I guess, if they don't get a divorce. But they can't testify.
Before they go to prison, the one can't testify on the other one, them. Yes, that sounds
I'm
like
glad I'm single.
Yeah, that sounds like that ain't the kind of gay couple I won't be around right there, what you just described. I don't want to have nothing to do with that.
That doesn't even make me want to. It's like, if I get married, am I going to have gay, straight, whatever? It's like, if I get married and whoever I marry goes to prison, have I still got to visit them? It just sounds like something you're obligated to do.
Well, you know,
like, because they're fighting for it. It's a right. Like, I have a right to visit my husband or wife in prison. It's like, really? Do we need that right? It seems like they're letting you off the hook.
Yeah.
You got to drive up there. It's like going to the emergency room. Worse, I guess. You can walk out of the emergency room. And giraffe. Jackie, there was a giraffe in a Danish zoo.
Wow.
They had too many giraffes. Genes.
I'm glad I didn't hear about this, but that's something I want to talk about. I love an animal. I like talking about animals. Yeah. Giraffes.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know if you really want to hear this story.
What is it?
Zoo, they had too many giraffes, Jackie. I know that sounds like an amusing children's book, but let me assure you, it does not end up that way.
Too many giraffes.
Too many giraffes. Oh, no, that doesn't even sound like a problem. That sounds like fun.
They just eat the trees. So they don't do much else. Yeah.
Well, I guess they didn't want inbreeding, and they couldn't figure out. Other people said, let us take that giraffe. I don't understand this part of the story. They never let anybody else take it, and so what they did, Jackie, they had too many giraffes, they put this giraffe down, they killed it. They cut it up, skinned it, and fed it to the lions.
Oh. Well, if there wasn't nothing else to do with it, lions got to eat too, yeah.
That doesn't bother you? That doesn't sound horrifying?
Well, it sounds terrible, but that's nature. If they hadn't have done it, the lions would have got it out in the wild, It
ain't really nature. It's a zoo.
Well, they got too many.
Well, I think it just seemed like you could put a giraffe somewhere. It seems weird. I didn't know zoos did that. I thought one of the things a zoo would do would be really try hard not to kill animals.
Well, if they got too many of them, they keep an animal alive for people to pay ticket to come see. That's what they do. If you got too many giraffes, you got too many giraffes.
So if you had too many giraffes, your first thought was, I'm going to kill one of them.
Well, I'd try to, if I was fortunate enough to come along a giraffe and have an animal like that, I'd look into the marketplace before I decide just to kill it. Depends on how much them lions are worth. It's selling and trading. You got like livestock, anything. You got to know what that's worth. If that giraffe's worth more just selling to somebody, putting in a circus or this or that, that's one thing. But if you had all them lions,
You got to feed the lion. So you're saying
Kill but two birds with one stone. Sound like if it depends. I ain't managing no zoo. I don't claim to know how to do it. But if you looked at the books, it may make more sense than just fed a giraffe to some lions.
Well, you did watch. We bought a zoo, and you seemed like you were a zoo expert there for a few days after that. When you were talking about what you do at your zoo.
Just like watching. I saw that movie. What was that? Damon's. What's his name?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, them two, and I through the whole movie. It's a good movie. You like animals, something like that. Family oriented. It's a fine movie. But through the whole thing, I said, "Well, hell, I can do that." It just made it out like it was a big, like they were special because they got it. What anybody putting the circumstance in it. Common sense is what I'm saying.
Well, it sounds like you'd be, because this Danish zoo is kind of getting a lot of flack online, for killing their giraffe. And if that's your first thought, it's like, well, too many. When I've got to go, it ain't the damn farm where you throw a bunch of kittens in the sack and you're like, well, that's nature. This is, you got to keep your zoo animals alive. That's like, I thought that would be rule number one at a zoo.
You said it over and over. Too many giraffes. If there's one too many and the one's going to make the other sick or this or that or whatever, is population control anywhere else. If it's inside of a zoo or out in nature, it's population. That's why we have deer season. We got this kind of season. We got everything, keep it just right. If a zoo, it gets out of hand, there's a bunch of animals in there. It's likely to get it out of hand in a zoo as it is anywhere else. I mean, look, for example, look at Zach Hanna. How many animals has he have had to be put down because of that man's particular negligence or this or that,
I'm sure a bunch. I don't know.
He got something killed in one of them revolving doors, something like that. Got stuck in there with an animal, something like this. That's what I'm saying. It's a business. It's how you choose to run it.
I think, though, that most people, maybe you're right, Jackie, if you look at things like,
look,
let's just be practical
the zoo
here.
and live in fantasyland and think the zoo is
is
nice for everybody and this and that, but the zoo's got to run. The zoo's got to have revenue. The zoo's got to keep that business running. It's like any other business. We got an extra giraffe on the books. Well, we can save how much it costs to feed those lions over there. See, it goes hand in hand. It's just how you work it out. If you want to stay a zoo, or I guess a zoo could close up and they can kill all animals.
I think you're forgetting, though, that there's an important Fantasyland aspect to the zoo where people don't go to the zoo and think at any moment any one of these animals could die.
Well, then you ain't living. You are living in a fantasy world.
The children are coming to zoos.
Animals die every day. They die in the zoo. They die every which way.
Not at the hands of the zoo. The zoo's supposed to help animals. You're like, what we going to do with all these giraffes? I don't know. Feed it to them fucking lions.
Well, watch your mouth. You don't have to say it with the language you're saying, but that's what it is. Makes sense to me. Too many giraffes, and just enough lions. It's mathematics. You got to be.
That's not math. What kind
you got to be a bean counter, get in there and run a zoo. Matt Damon would have done the same thing.
Matt Damon would not have killed that giraffe
if he had too many.
They never would have let him get away with it.
If he was put in that position and it was either that giraffe or that zoo, he would take that giraffe down.
I just think they had other options. It sounds like to me there were other options. They weren't backed into a corner with this too many giraffes thing. They could have sent that giraffe somewhere else. They could.
If they weren't getting offered the right price on that giraffe, that would have been a selling ploy. If you don't buy this giraffe, we're gonna feed it to these lions, and here's the asking price. We're starting here at the bidding.
Well, that's just blackmail.
Well, it ain't blackmail when that's what's gonna happen. You either buy it or it's going to give. It wasn't a threat. It's what happened.
If zoos started operating like that, they could make millions of dollars. Like, hey, if y'all don't come buy a season ticket, we're going to kill this fucking gorilla.
Hey, watch your mouth. Maybe Denmark knows a little something extra on zoos than we do over here, I guess. Them lions beating all that meat on that neck, that giraffe. That ain't one sitting. That's going to feed them lions for a good while. how much you saving on steaks or lion feed, whatever the hell they eat, whatever other animal they eat.
They did say, I think I read this, I think it was the zoo people. It could have been somebody defending the zoo for killing the giraffe, one of those people. They did say something like, well, everybody's like, oh, giraffe is good to look at, but nobody'd say much if it was a caribou, and I guarantee you if it was a pig, nobody'd say anything.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you and this Danish zookeeper have a cold-blooded practicality in common.
Well, it's just reality. It's what the world is. I don't like it any more than anybody else. That's just how things eat each other. That's what it is. Too many giraffes. Too many of them.
And that's the news for this week.
Is that it?
Well, we did Zimmerman Watch, Creation Museum debate, gay rights, and giraffe.
That's enough. Yeah.
Sponsors, Greeters, and Coley's Christian Cinemas, 3 Kisses for Elizabeth, special cameo by Rick Santorum.
Yeah.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like a cameo by Rick Santorum. He's got a bunch of kids, don't he? He's got like 7, 8 kids. Am I wrong?
He got a lot of kids. Yeah, they got a big family. I know that. Yeah.
He's got more kids than they got giraffes at the Denmark Zoo, probably. And he ain't throwing any of his over.
Well, yeah, don't be compared Rick Santorum's children to too many giraffes. It's 2 different things. 2 different things. Don't see you trying to be MSNBC, this, that. Turn the story
where's
around.
where I was going. I was going to say, if you think Rick Santorum don't spell romance and a little hot action on Valentine's Day,
What?
obviously it does, because he looks at his wife and she's like, let's get another one in me.
Well, they got a lot. They got a family. They got a lot of kids. Yeah.
So you may not think Rick Santorum's the thing that's going to get your wife sliding all over them seats, but
All right.
you've never been more wrong in your life.
I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Yeah, that's it. The rate and review, go on the thing.
Yeah, go on the thing and tell us if
On the
you
computer,
listen
on the
to-
computer sites.
Go to iTunes,
Yeah.
rate and review it. We're putting these up on YouTube as well, but subscribe on podcast
Yes, sir. Yeah.
way to do it, and let us know if you're listening and like it, and tell your friends.
Yeah,
and-
thank you for listening to this. Nice to know somebody give a damn about anything these days.